is back, everyone. Tonight here at the HighSchoolOT Jamboree, we're going to get things started with two teams that did exceptionally well last year in the first year of 8 classifications. In dark blue on the left side of your screen, that's the Hunt Warriors out of Wilson, North Carolina. And on the right, wearing the white uniforms, is Union Pines out of Carthage. I am J. Mike Blake. Joining me here at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park is Jonas Pope IV. Jonas, it's our first glimpse at two title contenders from a year ago, and Hunt, in their case, going all the way to the 5A state championship game. What are you excited to see today?
I'm excited to see Hunt, get a first look at them. Obviously saw them in the state championship game last year. Things didn't go their way. Watching Union Pines in the warm-ups, you know, I always look at the eye test. They look really, really good going through the warm-ups. So I want to see how they look once the pads start popping.
Pads will be popping here as we are kicking things off. A few things about tonight's rules I'll explain as this kick is fielded. There's one rule, is that the kicks are not live, so no tackling, as obviously a high percentage of injuries happen on kickoffs and punts, so we'll still have them, but there just will not be any returns. There will also be no field goals. I mean, we don't have the field goal post here at the stadium, so got to go for two, got to go for it on a fourth down. So 22-minute halves running clock. That should make it kind of interesting.
First of all, I didn't even notice there were no field goal posts until you said something. Of course, we are on a soccer field, but you're right. It should make it interesting. You know, not a win-loss record, so might as well go for that two-point conversion every time, right?
Absolutely. Get a chance to work in some new plays in the playbook there. Union Pines starting at their own 20-yard line. Give, going around the edge, trying to find some running room, and he wrapped up out of bounds. His running back, Adrian Colon, he is a 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Union Pines, this was their best season arguably in school history. For so many years, the school kind of struggled to get much going in football. Head coach Brian Till comes over after a long run at Richmond, and last year that program building paid off with an 11-2 record and a conference championship for the first time in 45 years.
Well, you got somebody coming from Richmond. That speaks for itself, and obviously wasted no time getting to work and kind of changing the tide there at Union Pines.
A little give inside again to Cologne. Hunt, meanwhile, again, the 5A state runner-up. They're bringing back a lot of people on offense, not as much on defense, so a good chance here to see what the Warriors have on that side of the ball. We do have an injured player down. Hunt last year, Jonas, 12-3.
Gain of 4, third down and 5.
In the
Injury
Big
timeout.
East Conference behind Northern Nash. Really testing themselves in the non-conference as well. I think everybody they played made it very deep in the state playoffs, including Tarboro. That was a 2A state champion.
It's always interesting, at least in my opinion, to watch those teams make it to the state championship game and come up short. See how they respond, see how they bounce back the next year. Like you said, I got a lot of guys coming back. They got their taste. And I'll be curious to see how they attack the 2026 season and just build that confidence they built from getting to that point carry over.
Just to give you guys the full schedule of everything else that's coming up here today at the HighSchoolOT Jamboree at 6 o'clock. We've got J.H. Rose out of Greenville taking on number 19 Rolesville. That's number 19 in the HighSchoolOT statewide top 25. Following that at 7 o'clock, Southeast Raleigh, the number 9 team against Wake Forest, number 22. Then at 8, two more ranked teams, number 7 Cardinal Gibbons and number 4 Millbrook. And then 9, to close things out, Middle Creek, a state runner-up last year in 6A, taking on number 25, Southern Durham. Jonas, I saw you reacting to one of those matchups. Which one was it?
It's all of them, man. It's not a bad way to start it off. I mean, this is the first look at literally the best teams we have in our area right here. The 20-minute, 30-minute drive from all our homes. I mean, the talent that we're going to see on this field tonight is unmatched, man. Like I said, the first look you're going to get at these teams who've been doing their 7-on-7s, off-season workouts, all the talk is over with. Now we actually get to see them on the field. I can't believe we get to sit here tonight and watch it all.
And I know some coaches I was talking to, they just want to see how some of these younger guys react the first time they have someone hit them, or it's the first time they have to deliver a hit. And there's a hit there. The helmet comes off. It's ruled as incomplete pass. Dropping back there was Vida Blue, the junior.
The ruling is incomplete pass. Fourth down and 5.
Randy James was right in his face almost immediately. It looked like they tried to set up a screen, but I mean, you know, you're supposed to let those guys come through on screen play. When they get there that fast and know or been taught to get their hands up, not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, great job there by Hunt getting off the field on third down. This will be a punt from their own 25. Again, running clock into the last 2 minutes. We'll have a 2-minute warning. Both teams 1 timeout. Hunt will take over wherever this ball stops rolling. And getting to that one, the guy who just fielded that punt is actually one of the best athletes in the state, Jones. Mez Harris, going by Xavion Harris, now going by his full government name, I guess.
Respect.
One of the best two-way athletes in the state. Last year, he was a third-team All-State selection by HighSchoolOT for what he did not only as a running quarterback, but also in the secondary.
Yep. Saw him against in the Eastern Region Finals. Made plays on both sides of the ball. You know, which the higher up you get in the
Ball will be
classification,
placed at the 21-yard line. First
First
down and 10.
1A guy.
Yeah.
Grew up seeing it all the time. But yeah, made plays on both sides of the ball. And then he did it again on the big stage, state championship as well.
This is one of the best backfields in the state as the low snap is handled by Harris. Throws on the run, complete. A good move made after the catch by Jaquil Creech to get close to the first down. But next to Harris in that backfield is running back Dorian Jones, who you got to see a little bit last year as well.
Yeah, I saw him late in the year. I hadn't really heard his
Pass
name
is
before.
complete for
It
8
didn't take
yards.
me long
Second down and 2.
to get impressed with this kid when I saw him in the Eastern Regional Finals last year. And then I realized he was just a sophomore. So what he did last year is a 10th grader. Obviously, he's come back now stronger, faster, with experience on his belt. Could be a really breakout star in Eastern North Carolina this year.
Give is to Jones, as we were just talking about him. Close to a first down. I believe he's going to be about a yard short, looking at the spot. Union Pines defense, such a hard-nosed group last
Gain
year.
of 1 on the play. Third down and 1.
Games of the week was Union Pines at Lee County, and they just smothered the Yellow Jackets from start to finish to lock up that conference championship that would made school history. And they are a little anxious to get in there and make a play on this one, so it's going to be a first down for Hunt. So offsides is the call.
I mean, we talked about it earlier, momentum carrying over from one year to the next. And you win a state championship for the first time, we'd say 40-something.
Conference championship.
Conference
yeah.
championship, sorry. For the first time in decades.
Penalty is 5 yards for encroachment. First down and 10.
Just everything it does in the hallways, too. You know how school self-esteem sometimes hinges on how good football gets you off to a good start in August and September. Jones is snowed under for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1 on the play. Second
Like
down and
it
11.
does in the hallways. You know, they say the football program is a front porch to a school on any level, college, high school. So yeah, I can only imagine walking with those guys. Probably got those hoodies and the jackets with conference championships on the front.
Right.
Walking a little taller, chest out a little bit more, walk through those halls these days.
I've had school administrators, principals say that if football gets off to a good start, it'll be a good year for just the teachers and the classroom management and all those other things that you would not think. You would think they're making it up, but they're not. This tip pass goes through the hands of not only a Hunt receiver, but also a Union Pines defender. Be
Pass
incomplete.
is tipped, incomplete. Third
Again,
down
we
and
saw
11.
this on this end when Hunt was on defense and Union Pines on offense. Little screen, bubble screen, where guys are reading and dissecting those plays so fast. It puts you in a tough position as an offense where you got these defenders who are so smart. You just know what to do, know their reads, know their keys, and react so fast.
Dylan Benedict on defense there for Union Pines. Had a lot of field in front of him if he had been able to bring that in. Harris moving to his left. Will take off. There's a flag on the field. It's a direction of holding. We'll see if it is indeed. That's another thing coaches like about these scrimmages. Have to clean up some stuff. I really don't like it. They don't like to see a lot of flags. But
Well, they still get caught for holding all year. So they can say what they want about it being cleaned up this time of year, this early, but it's one of those things they'll still fuss about in December.
he declined, so it
The
brings
call
up
is
fourth
holding
down.
against the offense. The penalty has been declined.
So
A gain of 6 on the
5.
play. Results 4th down and 5.
Now, I know you mentioned it on the kickoffs and no field goals, but are they supposed to go live on the punts as well? 'Cause I saw it got a little physical on the Union Pines punt.
You can give physical, but there will be no return.
Right.
So everything
Okay.
else is
Everything else is fair play.
Yes.
All right, so you better keep your head on a swivel on this punt team or this punt return team, even though there's no return.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
The long snapper for Hunt was recently named first team All-State by HighSchoolOT for baseball. That's Stone Massey, an NC State recruit, one of the best pitchers in the state. Pretty good snap,
Hey,
pretty
listen,
good kick. Fielded inside the 20, so good job there by the Warriors specialist. This Talon Mayo, what a great name. We're going to come up with a lot of great names today.
No, I'm still stuck on Stone Massey.
Stone Massey's good.
That's great. If you go by Stone,
Just a reminder
you
to
better
download
be
the
a
all-new
beast.
HighSchoolOT app
Everything.
to
My
receive the
father-in-law goes by
fastest
Stone.
North Carolina high school sports
Oh,
news alerts.
correlation
It's
is
the easiest way
causation,
to
but I
access
do feel
scores
like
and
if you're
coverage
named
by
Stone
region
at
and
birth, there's
sport
a great
throughout the
chance that
entire
you'll be
state.
pretty good at sports.
That's not a nickname?
I think it's well, I don't know.
By rule, the ball is
You could've
placed
told
at
me
the
last year
20-yard
Mez
line.
Harris
It'll
was
be
in.
first down and 10 for Union Palm.
Stone, I like it. Stone Massey.
Just a reminder that State Employees Credit Union is a proud sponsor of today's High School OT Jamboree. And also brought to you in part by Wake Orthopaedics. From Friday Night Lights to everyday life, their team keeps athletes and families moving. Stop by. If you're here in attendance, you can stop by the Wake Orthopaedics booth and learn how you can stay in the game. Vikings with little running room here, immediately wrapped up. That is Randy James on the tackle.
Speaking of Stone, there's a stone wall right there. He tried to get to that line of scrimmage, could not make it past that first wall.
Loss of one on the play. Second down and 11.
Man, what a good start for the Warriors defense.
Photos from tonight's scrimmages are going to be available later on High School OT's Smug Mug page. You can go to highschoolot.smugmug.com to view or purchase all of today's action. Nice quintuple header. Get us into the swing of things in a new season. Snap is low and away from Vida Blue, and he's taken down well in the backfield.
You want to see a good sign of depth. Look at the Union Pine sideline. All the defenders are sitting with the defensive coach down here.
Loss
It's
of
like 20
5
guys
on the play.
sitting down there.
Third down
just on
and
the defensive
16.
side of the ball. This is a deep football team, which is always good for any high school at any level. You want more guys you can throw out there. And they got some depth.
Yeah, there's so much has been said over the years about football, high school football participation. So if you have depth, if you have something where you've got some options if someone goes down with injury, you're all the better for it. And this will be a sack.
Oh, no live hits on the quarterback.
No
either.
live hits on the quarterback.
Okay,
Yes.
thank
I
goodness.
did forget to
because
mention that.
That was about to be bad.
He
Okay.
did not see that one coming at all.
Man,
Just a beeline
The play has
straight
been
to
ruled
the
a
back of
coverage
Vida
sack.
Blue.
that
Brings
would be a
up
long
fourth down.
day for that kid. He took that hit.
So maybe some blocking assignments will be a point of emphasis here for Union Pines as they get ready to kick this one out of their own end zone. We're right at the 13-minute mark left here in the first half. Again, two halves. We'll have a 2-minute warning. No score yet. This one is short, fielded in plus territory. Savion Harris.
You know, your quarterback is returning your punts. That's my style of football. Again, if you're listening today, you're going to get sick of me talking about 1A football. That's we're playing. So seeing guys playing on both sides, you know what? I'm really excited. You get to cover some 1A football down the road. You get to call some games for some 1A football down the road. I don't want to look ahead, but anyway.
You know,
Mez Harris does it all.
and now that we have 8 classifications,
Punt
1A
to the
is
42-yard
really
line.
small.
It'll be
From
first
a
down and
less
10
than
for
500
Hunt.
students probably as a 1A high school. For those wondering, again, on your left in blue, that's Hunt. On the right, Union Pines in white. Hunt is 5A, Union Pines is 6A. We want to remind you fans that before the first whistle, here's a challenge for every athlete, parent, and coach. Huddle up with Talk It Out NC and start the conversation about helping young people avoid, as this run is up the middle, avoid underage drinking. Smart choices build strong teams on and off the field. So talk early, talk often, and learn more. TalkItOutNC.org.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Second down and
Talk
8.
It Out NC, one of our great sponsors here today, as well as the United States Army. If you're interested in graduating college debt-free, U.S. Army Reserve soldiers can earn tuition assistance by training at least 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. Part-time service, full-time success. If you're here, visit our Army booth today to learn more. Harris keeps it, throws to the right, through the hands of his intended target. That's Tyson Baker.
You know, Harris with a good read. He had his man one-on-one.
Pass is
out and
incomplete.
made the proper
Third
read,
down
proper
and
throw.
8.
Your receiver, man, you got to help out your QB with that one.
Great crowd right here. These two schools, a lot of them getting to sit in the shade. It's a little warm here in Cary, 90 degrees.
I feel like these teams just got to sit here in the bleachers under the sun for the next hour or so while they're waiting to play.
Yeah. We'll have some JV action here taking on place in another field as Harris goes to the end zone. Broken up, almost picked off. A little underthrown as he was looking there for Kamari Barnes.
Pass falls incomplete in the end zone.
Great play.
Fourth down
Got to catch
and
it.
8.
Got to come down with that, but still with a good eye. Way to locate and track the ball. Didn't get up and do any celebration. He didn't do the seatbelt, but he would have been it would have been justified because he definitely did some good coverage there.
It was Noah Burns, excuse me, breaking that one up. Good recovery by him as well, because it did look like he had his man open. So punting across the 50 as we get to about the 10-minute mark here. Our first of 5 games, the HighSchoolOT Jamboree at First Horizon Stadium here in Cary. Come on out, folks. Interested in seeing some of the best teams in the area. This punt kind of peters away from Jeremy Leon. And Union Pines will take over again with tough field position. They've not had a great deal of it. They've been inside the 20 twice and right at the 20 to start off our game.
Yeah, Hunt's done a great job of pinning them back and keeping them with their backs against the wall here now. It'll be interesting to see if any team, first couple possessions, like a early round of a boxing match, jab, 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 kind of feeling out your opponent. Let's see if any of the coaches see anything they've noticed, want to make any adjustments, or players are getting a little bit more comfortable, like I said, first contact against someone else. So let's see if somebody throws for a swings for the fences or a haymaker here.
Maybe the Butterflies are also exiting the stomachs of everyone out there in that field. A little pop pass here, going around the end. There's some room here. And there's a flag that'll bring it back likely, but looks like some positive plays there.
Penalty on the play.
Works for John Iraguza. It is indeed holding.
Holding on the offense.
You know, he looks, when he got the ball in his hands, he looks like the type who can break one, make a couple guys miss, and make an easy house call. Traffic jam here on the side, on the sideline. He got the pop pass, but he looks quick, and that's a guy I will keep my eye on from the Hunt defense for the rest of the game.
Iraguza with 6 receiving touchdowns last year.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Just first down and 17.
Also had a lot of kick return yardage as well, showing off that speed. Blue and shotgun formation. Pretty athletic family. Brother's a state champion wrestler at Union Pines. Older sister will be playing at Oklahoma State next year, one of the best college programs in the country. And this is Cologne. He's got some room to go. First down, but close to it. I think he's got it.
Jab, and then you go for a big swing right there. That's a good run.
Zane Maxwell on the carry. We have an injured Hunt Warrior down. We'll take a quick break.
The gain is
right
for
back
16 yards. Second down and 1. Timeout for injury.
Step between the lines when you download the HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union. It's easier than ever to find the coverage you want for the sports and schools you cheer for the loudest. Receive up-to-minute alerts, scores, videos, insider content, and the latest high school sports news across the state of North Carolina. Available now on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union.
Welcome back to the HighSchoolOT Jamboree here at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park. Great afternoon for some preseason football. No score here between the Hunt Warriors on the left side of your screen and the Union Pines Vikings, who are now taken to the air. After just getting a first down in the last play, they've got another one. Nice connection made there.
Yeah.
That was John Iraguza with the catch.
15 yards. First down.
That the Union Pines coaches, that's their go-to guy. That's the guy they want to get the ball in his hands. We've seen so far 2 touches, 2 pretty positive plays. Well, the holding was on the other one, but that wasn't on him. He made some good moves.
And a pretty confident throw there by Blue, stepping into that one. Ball now at the 40-yard line. First and 10 again. Up the middle run, Maxwell, first down, and in plus territory for the first time this afternoon.
Gain of 14 yards.
They got their rhythm going
First
there.
down.
They found something they like and make some positive plays. As Harris talked about earlier, coming back in at defense for Hunt Warriors.
And again, if you're watching this, take a timeout, Hunt.
Timeout on the field for
We'll be right back in a few moments.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Jamboree. I am J. Mike Blake alongside Jonas Pope IV. Hunt Warriors with a well-timed timeout. 7:15 left here in the first half as for the first time today, Union Pines has put together 3 straight first downs. Some big chunk yardage. It's a flag on the play. It's like an illegal shift or illegal substitution will be the call.
Penalty on the play.
So move the ball 5 yards up.
If you're Hunt now, what do you do to stop the bleeding? Because Union Pines has done it on the ground, they've done it in the air. They figure out a way. They figure out a way to kind of move the ball a little bit, and now Hunt has to make some adjustments.
So either
Penalty is 5 yards. First down and 5.
may have had too many men on the field for Hunt there, which is one way you can stop the bleeding, Jonas.
Well, that's one of those earlier preseason mistakes that you expect. You know, having too many guys in the huddle, guys not knowing what package they're supposed to be in.
Blue goes to his right, tunnel screen, first down. That is Liam Hicks with his first catch today. Just a reminder, you can still get tickets purchased online. Come on out here for the rest of tonight's games. There's also tickets available now for next week's HighSchoolOT Jamboree at Wake Forest High School. That event will start at 6 p.m. on Friday, features 4 top 25 teams. 1 is a defending state champion, and 1 is a East Regional runner-up. You can get those tickets also at HighSchoolOT.com.
Looking forward to these matchups in back-to-back weeks. Preseason action doesn't get any better than these teams we have coming into these 2 events.
A lot of different teams. The only 2 that we'll see today that we'll also see next week are Wake Forest and Cardinal Gibbons. Everyone else gonna look at a lot of different contenders across a lot of different classifications. That give is to Maxwell.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Hunt finds a little bit of a response there. You can tell Jonas from a year ago, Hunt's a lot smaller in the trenches. That was one reason they got all the way to the 5A title.
And it's funny you mentioned that because as I look at the trenches, and just on defense, I see a lot of guys, hands on hips. I mean, like I said, 90-something degrees out here. First scrimmage, to be expected. So that's when that depth comes into a big play.
Pistol formation to give is Maxwell, and he is brought down. Good tackle made by Kane Penny, number 33. Looked like he could have had a lot more yards if he stopped cold right there.
Yeah, excellent linebacker play. Saw it, reacted, made the stop. I mean,
Gain of 4 on the play. Third down and 6.
Linebacker maybe come from defensive end position, but right there in the box, made a great stop and stopped that play. So he probably could have got 2 or 3 more yards if it was not for the linebacker or the defensive end.
Clock is ticking a little bit closer to the 5-minute mark. Again, we'll stop at 2 minutes. Pop pass is once again the call. And a nice run. Good one-on-one tackle made. But that is Terai Lottie, his first name mentioned today.
Gain of 7 yards. First down, Union Pine.
Right after that play, we just talked about 2 different defenders on the Hunt side, tapping their heads like Coach under the blow. Again, early season is 90 degrees. Not surprised to see more guys come to the sidelines for Hunt. Again, Union Pines with so many guys on the sideline who can come in and play. That's when that depth, 2 different teams makes a difference.
This drive started inside their own 20. Now they're in the red zone. Vikings quarterback Vida Blue gives it to Maxwell. There's a seam that he had to hit. closed in on him. Still a decent pickup on first down.
Penalty on the play.
We'll come back, however. Judging from the reaction of Union Pines, it is a hold.
You know, Blue's doing a good job that mesh point of making Hunt guess. And he's giving it off to the running back every time on this drive. But if I'm Hunt, don't fall asleep. He can pull that thing out the belly and bootleg it around the other side for a big play.
Absolutely.
After the run, penalty is holding. A loss of 6 officially. First down and 16.
See if Hunt's defense can just bend but not break here. Like I said, guys got their hands on the hips, some guys will come out. But they still haven't scored yet, so there's still plenty of life, plenty of fight in you in this drive.
Another mesh play that you just talked about, Jonas, is Cologne on the carry. Ready to fight off some tacklers. A 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. They're at the 14 now.
That's where the fatigue comes in. He was met in the backfield, and the guys just fell off him. He just kept running hard. You're tired. I don't know which play we were on this drive, but we got to
gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4.
Starts to add up.
This is a very long drive being pieced together from Union Pines. You know, and as a coaching staff, you like that. The first few were a little shaky. That's what these preseason scrimmages are for, seeing a glimpse of how your team can react. Close contest. Cologne again, some running room inside the 5 he goes. Down to the 4. First and goal coming up.
Positive plays falling forward.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down and goal for Union Pines.
Here comes Union Pines bringing in 4 or 5 fresh guys in a different package here. Again, Hunt's looking to the sidelines like, hey, somebody get me for a play or two. Get me out of this drive right now, coach.
Last year they had a short yardage guy, Hayne Tobias, who would just kind of take this in himself. We'll see what they have here. Looks like they almost were going to draw Hunt offside. Jumbo package. Give is good for 6. Touchdown.
Union Pines.
That is Dylan Benedict, the linebacker, who gets in to the end zone right as we hit the 2-minute mark.
What a drive. I mean, you talk about it. They were literally backed up in their own end zone back here and just didn't fold. Go the length of the field, through the air, on the ground. Found their rhythm in the running game. They took advantage of a tired Hunt defense and punched it in for the first score of the night.
Now we'll see what they do for the 2-point conversion. In all scores today at the HighSchoolOT Jamboree, we'll have 2-point conversions. It's like stopped before we start. So on the defense, they'll move just a little bit closer. Try it again.
You know, what defender doesn't want to come in the goal line package and be a fullback? Get that 1 or 2 touches a game. 2 touches, 2 touchdowns, the best average on the team. It's a defender's dream.
Yeah, nice to be a linebacker with about 8 rushing touchdowns on 10 carries at the end of the year. Cologne takes it. He muscles his way in there. They get 8-0 Union Pines. We'll have more of the HighSchoolOT Jamboree coming up in just a little bit. Take a break and be right back. So keep it here, folks.
We have reached the 2-minute warning.
Step between the lines when you download the HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union. It's easier than ever to find the coverage you want for the sports and schools you cheer for the loudest. Receive up-to-minute alerts, scores, videos, insider content, and the latest high school sports news across the state of North Carolina. Available now on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the HighSchoolOT mobile app, presented by State Employees Credit Union.
.com to view for purchase.
Welcome back to the HighSchoolOT Jamboree here at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park. I'm J. Mike Blake alongside Jonas Pope IV. Kicking off will be Union Pines, who just scored first in this one, our first of 5 games. An 8-0 lead after Dylan Benedict scores from 2 yards out.
So when you're a team like Hunt that went all the way to the state championship last year, some of those key guys are back. One thing you can count on them not doing is folding. I don't care. A tired they may be, how much fatigue may be settling in. It's hot out here, but they're gonna respond. I'm pretty confident. When you have guys like Mez Harris leading your way, they're gonna respond. Maybe not on this drive, but they're not going to roll over just because they win. They just gave up a touchdown.
They're not going to have much time. That kick is going to work out really well for Union Pines. They're not going to have much time, but they have a lot of field to try to get on the board here in the first half. So 1:59 is the time on the clock. And because of our scrimmage rules, we're going to start this drive either right there or will they move it out to the 20? I believe they're going to have to.
By rule, the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line.
There we go.
Good news.
Good news.
They just saw Union Pines do it.
First down and 10 for Hunt.
Yep.
Bad news. I'm sure some of those guys who played offense probably also played.
True. One who did not is Xavion Harris, the quarterback. He was not out there for any of those defensive snaps.
No, he was for a few. He tapped his head. He was the head tap later on in the drive. Not going to let him off the hook that easy. He was out there for a few.
Harris to his left. Catch made and a move afterwards, but he's wrapped up. Is Jaquil Creech. Creech getting open on those little intermediate routes, comebacks.
Not a big sense of urgency from Hunt.
Pass complete for 7 yards. Second down and 3.
The line and the quarterback's kind of looking around to the sideline instead of rushing to the ball, so maybe they're not going to try to punch it in for that half.
Second and short. The 27. Harris has some time to his right and getting out of bounds there after a nice catch. It was Kamari Barnes. Makes up for an earlier drop. Part of the process. Here in the earlier going.
Catches for 9 yards.
125
First
on the
down
clock.
and 10 for Hunt.
Yeah, 2 good plays. 2 positive plays to start the drive. No rush. Still a lot of time on the clock. Veteran quarterback.
Trips to their left, and that's where Harris will roll. Throws it just past the sticks. Caught, but not getting out of bounds. It's Tyson Baker.
It goes back to football IQ or lack thereof. Caught the ball right there on the sideline, but decides, hey, I'm going to come back into the field, try to make some guys miss. But you know what? Again, preseason. Now they have it on film, so now they know what
First down and 10.
Baker, a sophomore. Some of these guys getting to call it from JV. It's a little bit different game now. Just little things like that.
Good ball.
Wow, what a bullet that was to Barnes. First down. Hunt has pieced something together here. The clock stopped at 58 seconds.
That's a good throw. I mean, for a high school kid on the run, rolling out, and he put it right on the money. That was an impressive throw. I don't know if he's going to be a quarterback at the next level, but he looked like one with that roll out and throw there.
Clock rolls when the ball is set. Harris back in the pocket, steps up. He's going to take off with it now. Slides down, close to the first down marker, not quite there. But the ball is at the 25.
8 of 9 on the play. Second down and 1.
34 seconds, and the clock's still rolling.
That's the first time we saw him do so on this drive. He used his legs, which we know he can do, which makes him even more potent.
18 rushing touchdowns last year, 8 through the air. Harris to the sideline, a little bit behind his intended target. There's Barnes. Also, Barnes kind of still working his way upfield. Probably could have just
Pass is incomplete.
planted his feet right there.
I don't know if I want to use the word lackadaisical there, but Harris kind of trotting out and also at the last minute. But again, we still got time. 18 seconds left, and again, he's a dual threat. And we've already seen him throw the ball on the run. Basically 50 seconds.
Ball is at the 26. 18 seconds on the clock here in the first half. The Warriors trying to get on the board. Harris looking right, rolls that way. Now he's looking to his left. No one's open. He's going to take off himself. Good yardage, no flags. He's down to the 15.
You know, the good athletes, the great athletes, let it go in slow motion sometimes.
Yeah.
He was just trotting out there.
Run out of bounds to the 15-yard line. First down and 10 for
took
Hunt.
off.
Put his foot on the ground and just completely lost that defender. 10 seconds now on the clock. Harris has got both hands on his knees. As you pointed out, Jonas, he had some snaps in that long drive. He had to be out there on defense for. He's feeling winded. Even as the snap is about to come to him here, he's
maybe a direct snap to the running back. He's not even looking.
Trips to the left, and that's where Harris has his eyes. Now coming back to the right. To the sideline, what a throw. 4 seconds on the clock.
If he's making throws like that when he's tired, Imagine when he's fully rested.
Carlos McCray, as he's going out of bounds, stops the clock 4 seconds.
And Harris is out. He has for a blow.
Pass is complete for 9 yards.
You know, he went up to the OC, or the quarterback's coach, like, hey, give me a play. And he's down the sideline on one knee.
Ball's at the 7.
Or back, actually.
Now Jaquil Creech has to be the quarterback. 4 seconds on the clock. This should be the last play of the half. Creech, he's going to be sacked. The play is blown dead. There's also a flag down.
Penalty on the play as time expires.
We'll make sure, I believe it was might be decline. We'll see. It was an illegal shift by the offense. That'll be decline.
Illegal
and
shift
folks,
is indicated on
it's
the
halftime. Union Pines.
Penalty is declined. We have reached halftime.
8-0 lead
Union
over
Pines
Hunt.
8, Hunt
We have
0.
a lot more still left here at the High School T Jamboree. We'll take a break, but stay
This
with us. Come
halftime
back
will
after
last
halftime.
longer as we are now
See you
entering
later.
a weather delay due to a
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
The local voices you know and trust. Live play-by-play of college football to Hurricanes hockey can be found with the 99.9 The Fan app, available through the Apple Store for iPhone and Google Play Store for your Android.
What's up, sir? How you doing? Good, and you? Good to see you. When you called, I picked up.
It's your time to bring it all together. U.S. Army Reserve.
greater impact. U.S. Army Reserve.
The 2026 High School OT Jamboree here at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary is presented by Wake Orthopaedics. Whether you're chasing touchdowns, cheering from the stands, or recovering from an injury, Wake Orthopaedics has you covered. Visit the Wake Orthopaedics booth to meet the team and learn about expert orthopedic care close to home. Talk It Out NC. Here's a challenge for every athlete, parent, and coach. Huddle up with Talk It Out NC and start the conversation about helping young people avoid underage drinking. Smart choices build strong teams on and off the field. Talk early, talk often. Learn more at talkitoutnc.org. State Employees Credit Union is a proud sponsor of today's High School OT Jamboree. And the United States Army. Want to graduate college debt-free? U.S. Army's Reserve soldiers can earn tuition assistance by training at least 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. Part-time service, full-time success. Visit the Army Group today or Army Simulator today and learn more. And remember, photos from today's scrimmages will be available later on High School OT's Smug Mug page. Go to highschoolot.smugmug.com to view or purchase. We remain in weather delay due to a heat advisory between Hunt and Union Pines. Again, a weather delay due to a heat advisory. Congratulations on your new associate vice principal. I'm just going to leave that there. I talked to one of your teachers who her husband was in our team, and she said she has a lot of energy. And she said last week it was Steve. Gary. No. Aaron. We've remained in weather delay due to a heat advisory here at the 2026 High School OT Jamboree at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park here in Cary. Just a reminder, fans, tickets are available for next week's High School OT Jamboree at Wake Forest High School. The event starts Friday at 6 o'clock, featuring 4 top 25 teams, a defending state champion, and a defending East Region runner-up. Tickets are available through HighSchoolOT.com. And Garner High School hosts this year's High School OT Volleyball Jamboree on Saturday, August 22nd. Multiple high school OT top 25 teams will be in competition, with 10 teams taking the court. Matches start at 11 a.m.
34 months, we need a meeting, so we ain't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Welcome to the 2026 High School OT Jamboree at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. Our game between Hunt and Union Pines remains in weather delay due to a heat advisory. We do invite you to visit the concession stands open along the West Concourse, as well as sponsors of today's event, which include State Employees Credit Union, a proud sponsor of today's Jamboree. Wake Orthopaedics. From Friday nights to everyday life, their team keeps athletes and families moving. Stop by the Wake Orthopaedics booth, say hello, and learn how they can help you stay in the game. Talk It Out NC. Huddle up with Talk It Out NC and start the conversation about helping young people avoid underage drinking. Smart choices build strong teams on and off the field. Talk early, talk often. Learn more at talkitoutnc.org. And the United States Army. Want to graduate college debt-free? U.S. Army Reserve soldiers can earn tuition assistance by training at least 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. Part-time service, full-time success. Visit the Army booth and Army Simulator today and learn more. And do not forget, tickets are available for next week's High School OT Jamboree at Wake Forest High School. The event begins Friday at 6 p.m., featuring 4 top 25 teams and a defending state champion. Tickets are available through HighSchoolOT.com.
Hey, let us know if anybody tries to go over there.
Yeah, okay.
We'll adapt. Oh yeah, we're ready to go. Oh no, there we go. I work
U.S. Army Reserve.
Thanks for your patience, everybody. As you can see, the teams are warming back up, and we have lifted our weather delay due to the heat advisory. We will resume play at 6:30 with an abbreviated 10-minute second half. Play will once again resume at 6:30 with a 10-minute second half. Following that game, J.H. Rose and Roseville will take the field. Southeast Raleigh and Wake Forest, Cardinal Gibbons against Millbrook, and the closing game tonight is Middle Creek and Southern Durham. Again, play will resume at 6:30.
And then by the time that was in, there were 45 people.
So a reminder, play will begin at 6:30 between Hunt and Union Pines. We will have a 10-minute second half with standard rules applying within the final 2 minutes. Our following game will be J.H. Rose and Rollsville, followed by Southeast Raleigh and Wake Forest of the 2026 High School OT Jamboree. Remember, photos from tonight's scrimmages will be available later on High School OT's Smug Mug page. Go to highschoolot.smugmug.com to view or purchase.
All right, folks, welcome back. And after a lengthy delay due to a heat advisory, the second half is about to kick off here in Game 1 of the High School OT Jamboree here at First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park. I'm J. Mike Blake, Jonas Pope IV joining me on the call. So we've got Union Pines, that's on your right, kicking off to Hunt, the team on your left in the dark blue. And Here's how the second half will work. We'll have 10 minutes instead of 22 running clock, still with the same stoppages in the final 2 minutes. Help us move things along here. Entertaining first half for those still just joining us. Union Pines had a very long drive that started inside their own 20 to go ahead 8-0. Hunt received the ball with less than 2 minutes at the 20, marched it all the way down inside the 10, and got stopped on the final play of the half. Could not get on the board, and they'll try to do it here. Jonas, take me a little bit through what you think these teams went through during that delay. A little bit of time to catch their breath for sure, because it was really hot out there. Otherwise, why do we stop, right? So now they have a half to kind of get their wits about them and maybe the butterflies out of their stomachs.
Yeah, it gave the coaches extra time to have a conference to kind of break down with it, how they want to attack the second half. Like you said, the guys' chance to catch their breath is hot in the first extended action of the season. So probably time to regroup. All right, take off the
Pass is
cobwebs,
incomplete. Second down and 10.
Get eager to get back on the field.
Xavier Harris, the quarterback for Hunt, great two-way player. He was very winded on that last drive. Actually had to come out on the last play. Not ideal, but again, this is a scrimmage, and you're not going to play too many football games throughout the year at 90 degrees.
Right.
He's back out there now after an incomplete pass on first down. And again, joining him in the backfield is Dorian Jones. He's got the carry here. Great backfield that the Warriors have returning this year, and Jones with his best gain of the day so far. 11 yards in the first down.
We did not see much of that in the first half. Of course, they had limited possessions, and when they had the ball, they were backed up a lot of times. They chose to go through the air, but that's the guy who you want to just kind of beat and wear down his defense when a running back like Jones. Sturdy guy, real stocky, can really dish out punishment.
First down and 10 for Hunt.
As it continues to get cooler here in Cary, North Carolina, our next game, just a reminder, will be J.H. Rose versus Rollsville, followed by Southeast Raleigh and Wake Forest. As Jones has got a big room up the middle. He picks up another first down, 2 carries, 2 first. And then our final 2 games of the night, Cardinal Gibbons versus Millbrook and Middle Creek versus Southern Durham.
It almost makes you think he was on a pitch count or something in the first half. He got back-to-back carries to start the second half. And you're wondering, like, where was this in the first half? But it's cooler. You know, maybe he caught his breath, and there he is again.
3 straight carries for Jones. Puts his foot on the ground, makes a cut. Gets about 7 yards, maybe closer to 8.
Keep feeding him. He doesn't look tired. You know, didn't get a lot of work in the first half.
Gain of 7 on the play.
He ain't productive so far through the first 3 carries.
You mentioned his production, over 1,800 rushing yards last year, 7.2 a carry, 21 touchdowns. With him and Harris more of a running quarterback. 18 touchdowns for Harris. So last year, that's one of the better returning duos in the state for sure.
Here's again.
Jones got a first down and more running room. He drags his defender down to about the 32. So a strong gain there. Jones will come out now after his 5 straight carries, I believe.
He earned that break.
Absolutely earned that one.
Again, we didn't see much of him in the first half, and now we're seeing why he's one of the best running backs in the state, especially coming out of the East with some positive gains there.
Gives to a different running back here. This is Xavier Dublin. It's about a yard.
Not bad. Try to turn the corner, still doesn't have that downhill, attack mode running style like Jones did. That's a little flashy. You got your thunder and your lightning. You got your north-south guy and your east-west guy. That must be the east-west guy right there.
Indeed, and Hunt here looking at a 2nd and 9. Just a reminder that we have a lot of great sponsors to help bring this thing together, including the State Employees Credit Union, proud sponsor of today's HighSchoolOT Jamboree, and Wake Orthopaedics. Whether you're chasing touchdowns, cheering from the stands, or recovering from an injury, Wake Orthopaedics has you covered. Harris takes off. He's so good at that. Stays in bounds. And I'm going to say he stepped out, so I was wrong. He did not stay in bounds. Inside the red zone.
That's the difference. And remember in the first half, I was like, he looks tired, or he was just kind of like jogging on the sideline. Had to extend the halftime, got his legs back up under him, and you saw how dangerous he could be right there.
Hunt, they put it in the air in their first play of this drive, and ever since then has been nothing but on the ground. And here they go screen play. That's Creech with the catch, gets good blocking, and Hunt is on the board. Touchdown, Warriors.
What did I tell you in the first half? One thing about Hunt, we'll fight back. We're not going to back down. You saw it there, opening drive, take it to the house.
19 yards, a screen pass from Xavion Harris to Jaquil Creech. And again, part of our Jamboree rules here will be going for 2.
Yep. It's amazing, and we saw this with both teams, but it's amazing, I think, how much when you can run the ball, it opens up everything else on the field for your offense.
Yeah, this is the first drive that Hunt really put some pressure on that Union Pines defense to stay conditioned. Shotgun formation here for the Warriors. Creech goes in motion. Harris will keep it himself, and he's in.
Good play. You saw that right there. Wow, he's one of the most dangerous guys in the East.
With 5:46 left here in the second half of our first game, we are tied. Hunt 8, Union Pines 8. With that, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Step between the lines when you download the HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union. It's easier than ever to find the coverage you want for the sports and schools you cheer for the loudest. Receive up-to-minute alerts, scores, videos, insider content, and the latest high school sports news across the state of North Carolina. Available now on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union.
Welcome back. It is tied up, 5:46 left in the second half here at the HighSchoolOT Jamboree. And 2 teams that combined last year for 23 wins and just 5 losses have looked pretty good here all in all, wouldn't you say, Jonas?
Yeah, and again, we talked about it in the first half. It was just a matter of jitters, butterflies, first real contact against somebody else of the season. Heat, fatigue, but, you know, they figured it out. And now they both look like they're in mid-season form. Well, not mid-season form.
Great kickoff, a true touchback there by Talon Mayo.
There's some names on these rosters, man.
And the first,
especially with the kickers and specialists, they got the best names.
First name Talon, last name Mayo. Can't go wrong with that combination. And Union Pines will take over at its own 20. Just a reminder, fans, but before the whistle begins to start off this new year, here's a challenge for every athlete, every parent, and every coach. Huddle up with Talk It Out NC and start the conversation about helping young people avoid underage drinking. Smart choices build strong teams on and off the field. Talk early, talk often. Learn more at talkitoutnc.org.
Great to see Hunt bounce back there. Union Pines had the momentum kind of the end of the first half and see how they keep that going.
Union Pines with a new quarterback who gives here to a new running back. So some new names to know for the Vikings. It's Cozy McDowell on the carry. And in the backfield is Cyrus Sprinkle.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Just when you thought Talon Mayo was the best name of today, Cyrus Sprinkle takes the field.
Cozy McDowell's not bad either, man. We do not have a clubhouse leader, in my opinion, when it comes to names.
It's going to be a great competition as the day goes on. This is our first of 5 here at the HighSchoolOT Jamboree. Great venue for this. This First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park has seen great moments in soccer. U.S. national teams have come here. And now it's a great host for some high school football.
Great tackle on the boundary there. I mean, Hunt looks alive, man. That touchdown, well, maybe going back to that last drive of the first half, but they look like an entirely different team now. More pep in their step, less hands on their hips, and it's first defensive drive. Maybe it's too soon to say that, but a little bit more bounce in their step here to start the second half.
Dare we say a crucial third down here as the clock ticks under 5 minutes in the second half. And a tied ball game. Hunt showing blitz, now kind of backs out of it. As Union Pines looks to the sideline.
I think they're still coming.
Handoff. Going nowhere is McDowell. He may have lost yardage. The Warriors covering that one up. And I believe Union Pines will have to punt, but they have no indication that they're doing so.
No gain on the
Same
play.
personnel out there.
Like it. Roll the dice, man. It's all good.
Here they come.
Oh, we changed your mind. Boo. Riverboat. Let's riverboat it.
Substitutions coming on quick. Hunt also making a change. It's part of what preseason does for you is making sure you get those units out there quickly, make those changes. You don't want too many men on the field in the regular season.
Let's take a second to talk. Look at the line at the gate. People still trying to get in here and catch this preseason action. I'm telling you, it's the first look at some of the best teams here in the area, and why wouldn't you want to be here tonight?
Good kick. It will peter its way out of bounds inside the 30. And the Hunt Warriors will take over in just a second. Keep it here at the High School T Jamboree. We'll be back in a moment.
Step between the lines when you download the HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union. It's easier than ever to find the coverage you want for the sports and schools you cheer for the loudest. Receive up-to-minute alerts, scores, videos, insider content, and the latest high school sports news across the state of North Carolina. Available now on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the HighSchoolOT mobile app presented by State Employees Credit Union.
Welcome back. You're looking at Hunt taking their next snap, or actually first snap of this half. And a tie, or actually the second drive of this half. Give there. It's the Dorian Jones once more. He had a great drive that got Hunt on the board to start this one. The clock is now under 3 minutes left in our first game here at the High School OT Jamboree.
Gain of 7 on the play, second down and 3.
He's been a workhorse to start the second half. Again, maybe because it's so hot in the first half, they kind of want to keep his touches limited, but he's been the go-to guy. And look, once he became the go-to guy, look what happened. He scored a touchdown.
Harris to the air behind. Some communication issues at times today for Harris, but he's not rolling out of the pocket, and his receivers are camped out on the sidelines. A few targets, they're just a little bit underthrown or behind a receiver. The coaching staff will know whose fault it is, but that's more things to iron out here.
Yep, but to his credit, he's definitely making the right reads. He's pulling the ball when he's supposed to pull it. He's not finding, he's looking at the right guys, not always connecting, but his head's in the right place. He's making the right reads so far.
Low snap, handles it. He's just not the run, kind of a broken play, and he can do something with a broken play. He can get a first down.
First down with his legs, great job there, just making something happen out of nothing. And that's what you have when you have a dual threat quarterback like Harris.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 on the clock, and the Warriors are on the move here, Jonas.
Again, we saw them in the 2-minute drill to end the first half. Now to end the game, you get some more of Harris on the run, making the right passes, the right reads, and they might can just take this thing in the last 2 minutes here.
Earlier, you mentioned about Hunt having that championship experience, going to last year's 5A title game, and how a team like that responds. First few drives of this game, they were kind of out of sync. You've seen that response and how they've awakened here in the second half.
Yeah, again, a good team like them, a good program, you just can't they're not just going to roll over. Too much pride,
second
too
down
much momentum from last year, too high of expectations.
That is Xavier Dublin on the carry, picks up about 4. The clock's still rolling. Each team does have one timeout. Neither has used theirs here in the truncated second half. At 22 minutes in the first half, 10 for the second.
Guessing Hunt may wait until they get a little bit closer to the end zone, maybe utilize that timeout.
Harris, play action. Gonna roll to his left, throws on a run, underthrown. I think he had a lot more time than he necessarily thought he had. Plant his feet, make a better throw there.
Surprised he didn't take off, but he wants to prove himself. He's passing, not a runner all the time, but there was a lot of green grass in front of him. Easy for me to say from up here. I'm not questioning what the young man saw on the field, but I thought he had a little bit more running room there.
He's kicking himself a little bit. I also saw him kind of wiping his hands on his jerseys, like maybe he's slipped out a little sweaty.
Maybe so. Again, we are in the AC.
Yeah.
Hands not sweaty, microphone not sweaty, so we're good.
Temperature is dropping. It's going to be a beautiful night of football. Come on out if you're not here already. There's a nice line of people ready to come into a great venue for high school football. Harris, a lot of time, trying to take off, make something happen. He's got some room. He's got a first. He's got even more, and Harris, step out of bounds, just kind of jogging there at the end. He could have turned it up and got even more.
That play was we're going to date ourselves here a little bit. Little Mike Vick, early Virginia Tech right there. Looking. It's like, nope, nothing's there. Just easily just kind of took off and just slide it down the field a little bit.
The kids do know about Mike Vick, but they don't know about like Madden 04, where You could just really use Mike Vick on a play like
cheat
that.
code. You know, you play your friends like you can't get Atlanta.
Don't use the Falcons. That's not fair. Harris is just visibly going through it right now. That might be the only reason that he stepped out of bounds in that last play. Now he's rolling to his right, throwing on the run. Got a man out there. Oh, no, incomplete. Looking for Jaquil Creech in the corner of that end zone. I thought it was going to drop in the bucket.
He had his man beat. Maybe Creech could have laid out a little bit. I don't know. But he definitely had a step on his defender. Harris made the right read, made the right throw, but you got to make the connection.
Follow instructions of stadium staff and listen for updates. Thank you. We are monitoring weather conditions.
You mentioned that Xavier Harris went by Mez Harris last year. The way he is playing, and he's not 100% out there, is unbelievable. He looked like he had nothing in the tank rolling to his right, and then he threw a beautiful ball to the back corner of the end zone.
Yep, there he is again, pre-snap with hands on his knees, like he's about to puke, but still in there.
Let's hope he doesn't for our viewers. Trips to the right. Guns it to the left. Good play there on 2nd and 10.
Yep.
It's Jaden Newsome making the sideline catch.
Now, I don't know how he feels, but he's making the right plays out there. Is this his flu game? Making the right plays all the time?
The legendary Xavier Harris flu game could be right here at the HighSchoolOT Jamboree, folks. 49 seconds left on the clock. Tie ball game.
It doesn't help that Jones is out of his shoulder pass on the Hunt sideline. So Harris has got to put his thing on his shoulders, which he's done pretty much all afternoon anyway for the last 49 seconds.
3rd and short. Man in motion. Harris will take off. He's got some room. Slides down. And there's a flag as he is hit as he slides. And that's a big no-no. So this will be a first down, tack on even more.
Yep, it is preseason, but I don't care if it's August, September, whenever, they're going to make that call. You cannot launch at a quarterback who's giving himself up and sliding, regardless of what level of football you're playing. Yeah, regardless if it's preseason or not, but that's never going to be tolerated in the football field. And Union Pines, which looked like the more dominant team early, is 43 seconds and about 10 yards away from being upset here by Wilson Hunt.
Clock now at 43 seconds.
The result of the run was first down after an 11-yard gain.
I'm sure that hit didn't make Harris feel any better than how he's feeling right now.
I mean, if you're already having a bad day, a hit to the head is not going to help.
It'll be first down and goal from the 8.
Inside the 10. 4 wide receivers. There's Xavier Dublin next to Harris in the backfield. Harris. One receiver's been pushed down. He throws back to him anyway. It's incomplete.
Got a flag on the play. It doesn't matter. Got to hold it.
Yeah, would not have mattered, but on that one, Jaquil Creech got kind of knocked down within the first 5 yards. Got up and got open. Ball went through his hands, however.
What a life lesson. You get knocked down and get back up.
And the ball's coming right at you.
Ball's coming right at you, man. Life keeps coming here.
36 seconds now. This holding penalty will march it back. This is not the only HighSchoolOT Jamboree. There is one next week, and tickets are available for the HighSchoolOT Jamboree at Wake Forest. That starts at 6 p.m. on Friday. 4 top 25 teams, a defending state champ and a defending East Regional runner-up. Tickets are available through HighSchoolOT.com.
Oh, no.
Low snap, gets away from Harris. He picks it up. It just bounced right to him. And now he throws, open in the end zone. Is it a catch? It is! Touchdown! Hunt! Jaden Newsome.
What a play.
Gets the knee down. Unbelievable.
What a play. That play was dead in the water. I mean, Mez Harris, low snap, it goes 4 or 5 yards, probably more. Behind him, picks it up, rolls out. Looks like he's going to maybe run, but, you know, good quarterback, kept his eyes downfield and found his guy in the back of his zone. And he's coming out again. Man, I mean, he's earned his trip to the sideline.
Yeah, they're up here by 6. 2-point conversion would be great, but also you got to feel like the lead might be safe with 28 seconds left.
One would think.
You never know.
You just never know. But Mez Harris,
but he's earned a break.
Yeah, he is uncomfortable. This man's on the sideline hands on his head, he's on his back. Get that man an IV or Snickers or something.
The snap here does not reach the quarterback. Hits the lineman's leg before it ever gets there, so no good on the 2-point conversion. We'll keep it here with 28 seconds to go. Hunt 14, Union Pines 8. Now, if you're going through it the way that Xavier Harris was, the last thing you want is the snap to skitter by you, and you have to run back for it, reach down for it, and then now get your head up and make sure you don't get hit. Instead, he does all of that, sees the defensive back coming up, and then drops it right over his head.
He's earned that Gatorade bottle. He's earned the right to take his pass off early already. He carried his team that last ride. But again, when I say carried, I don't mean being in a selfish way. He took the ball and ran it every single play, made the right plays, made the right reads and the right throws for Hunt.
I'll tell you, we have had a heat advisory, and nothing hotter really right now than Xavier Harris. He is the heat advisory. Not a flu game, but maybe the heat game, heat check game.
I like it. All right, 28 seconds. If you're Union Pines, remember they had a backup quarterback in, maybe one of the younger guys the last drive. If you're going for the win, do you put Blue back in, or you just want to get some tape on these other guys? I'm going for the win. I just know me. I'm putting Blue back in.
We've had some interesting dilemmas like that in the high school T jamborees of the past. And yeah, fantastic job today by Talon Mayo. All these kickoffs have been by the book touchbacks, not just ones that go inside the 20 or picked up, since we don't have live kickoffs. Just a reminder that for the biggest high school sports fans in North Carolina, they're signed up to HighSchoolOT Insider, and you are too if you're watching this stream. But tell your friends that they can also get exclusive stories, previews for all sports, and regularly updated playoff projections by creating an account on HighSchoolOT.com.
All right, let's see. Is that Blue back there? Can't see the number yet.
A little tough to see some of these numbers, especially.
I don't think it is.
Scrunched up. I think it might still be Sprinkle in there. Yeah, Cyrus Sprinkle is the quarterback. Sprinkle to the right. Caught by Andrew Looney, stays in bounds, so the clock still runs under 20 seconds. They got a lot of yardage to make up and not a lot of time. They do have a timeout.
Lots of 2 on the run.
Does not look like they're going to use it.
So, hey, great film, guys. Let's get back to Union Pines and study and improve.
4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and we do not get a last snap off. That's the game. Hunt opening up the first glimpse of the 5A runner-up from a year ago. Had some clutch moments there at the end, Jonas. They take home a 14-8 win over Union Pines here in our first of 5 games tonight of the HighSchoolOT Jamboree. What are your first impressions of both sides here?
Again, Hunt has that momentum, that championship mentality. Like, hey, we're down, but we're not out. And they kept.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Get the Triangle Sports Leader anytime, anywhere with the new app from 99.9 The Fan. If it's live on The Fan, you can listen on the app. Plus, all your favorite podcasts at your fingertips. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.